Hi everyone, North Jersey gardening here, coming at you on a nice warm day finally. Today is gonna be over 80 degrees and it is June 1st. I'm giving you another quick update on what's going on with the garden. So the greenhouse is gone. That went inside a couple of days ago, but I still have some little plants, seedlings that need to go in the ground. This is a container, small pot of amaranth. First time I try amaranth. Beautiful burgundy red color. Some of the leaves are actually turning a little bit green on the same plant. That's okay, it gives a nice contrast. I love it. So I can't wait to grow these. I have few containers here that I'm just experimenting with. I just actually seeded some pawpaw seeds. They're like subtropical, tropical plants, so I probably shouldn't even be trying to grow them here, but they'll probably be indoor plants only. But right here, I have 4 seeds in one container and 3. I had them in the refrigerator for several months. They need to be kept in a cold temperature. I think it's called stratification. And so I marked it on the calendar, and it was just time to take them out the other day, and I left them out inside the house for a couple of days, and then I put them in the containers. But here I have no, it's not the red oryx, but I marked it red. I have a beautiful red maple tree in my garden. Actually, let me see if I can. It's in the shade now, you don't see it that well, but I pulled seeds from it last year, and again I put them in the refrigerator with everything else, and I'm gonna try just to see what happens. It's the beautiful red colors it gives me on the leaves. It changes brown, red, green, and then in the fall, winter, all the leaves fall out, but I'm gonna try. So in here I have a bunch of I ordered cedar seeds, cedars of Lebanon, Libani, Cedrus Libani it's called, and for the last couple of years I've been trying to grow them and nothing's happened, but this year I put them in the refrigerator. I think that's maybe what they needed. A few months, and I put a whole bunch of seeds in here also. And they're enjoying the hot warmth. It's easily 80 degrees the last week or so, and pretty warm at night also. So we'll see what happens. It's just a little side experiment. Right here in this container that's ready to go in the ground. I kept him here because I may give him to my dad's. I already have 2 watermelon seedlings planted in the ground. This is the Crimson Sweet, and this one I may take to my dad's. We'll see. He doesn't have that much ground, so I'll see what he has and if he has room to grow this guy. Here I have a whole bunch of eggplants also that need to go in the ground. I seeded these not long ago. Let me see. Black Beauty 421. So they definitely need to go in the ground. They were in the greenhouse for a long time. It took a while for them to develop, but finally they did. And here I have more moringa trees. I wasn't sure if I was going to be successful with the 3 that I had up potted. One of them had started to turn yellow. Actually, it's still yellow. I'll show you in a minute. So just in case I didn't make it, I said, oh my god, I better have backup. So I have these 4, it looks like, growing in here. So we'll see. I may give them to my family also, but we'll see. And here I reseeded cucumbers. I think they're a mix of straight 8s and some kind of like a regular also cucumber, pickling cucumber that I got seeds from my dad's last year. All my seeds, all my cucumbers except 2 that I had put in the ground when they said it's past the last frost date, all died down. So far I have only 2 in the ground, so I'm glad I reseeded these early enough for backup. And the ones that are in the ground, the two that survived, are struggling still a little bit, but I'm hoping the last week or so of great temperature, pretty hot actually, will get them going. And this lovely container, first time I try flowers. This is all zinnia in this tray. It's about 100 seeds, it's said in the box, and shockingly I think they all sprouted, have a great germination rate, so they're doing great also. I'm gonna put them in the ground at the top of the driveway on the side, like a path. I think they'll do great, but I'm gonna wait till they develop stronger leaf structure. And here they're not doing that well, but I don't know if they grow. They take a long time to grow. They're the little, it's called the black egg, eggplant. Let me see. Actually, I seeded them at the same time as those other eggplants I showed you here, which are doing marvelously. But these are developing much slowly, but it could be just their type. Black egg, I can't see the date. Let me see if I see on this one. I have two containers. May 7th, so these were like actually a month ago. Today is June 1st, so about a month ago. So maybe they just need more time to develop. So they're enjoying some nice hot weather here, and we'll keep an eye on them. And this guy doing actually fairly well. I was actually going to throw him out. He was a little runt growing next to another tomato plant that was doing 100 times better than this guy, and I was going to throw him out, but I said, yeah, it's the only tomato left that I'll be taking care of. And he seems to be catching up and doing great, so I'm actually glad I kept him. So I'll put him in the ground maybe in a week or so, give him more time to grow some more. But yeah, shockingly, all my tomatoes that I thought were doing badly, I mean, they're still trying to recover, but I'm happy. I think finally the warm weather is doing good by them, and they're recovering from the constant week of rain and one cold temperature that came past the last frost date they had predicted. So over here is where the greenhouse was. It's now gone. Let me give you a quick update on the 3 moringas I had in the little containers. They're doing great actually. Some yellowing on the leaves, but growing nicely. I thought they'd be growing quicker. They say moringas grow tall fairly quick. This one is about maybe like 9 inches or so, but I'm happy it's doing well. I up-potted it again in this nice container, and it's gonna be in here for probably a year or so. Take it indoors. We're in New Jersey, it can't handle the cold, so I'm gonna bring them indoors the first year, maybe 2, and then we'll see if I can dig a big enough hole for them and see if they can survive the cold winter. I may protect them outside also in the ground, maybe cover them like they do with fig trees, but we'll see. This is the other one. It was actually the medium one, but it's slowing down its growth. I don't know why, but it has little tiny side branches coming out of the bottom, but it stunted itself. Maybe it got into a bit of a transplant shock, because this is the smaller one in the smaller container, but it's actually bigger than this one. So maybe this one went into a bit of a transplant shock, but it's doing good. But the leaves are much smaller than this one that was smaller than that one, but it's overgrowing it. But it's okay, I'm happy. All 3 are doing great, so I'm happy with that. And right next door, right here, I think I gave you an update on these. I'll update you on these again since they're doing so well. I think I called these something else, these peppers, last time, but these are the Hungarian wax 2 plants. They're doing great. Again, these were sown really early, back in January 5th, along with this big guy here. He's doing great, that tomato. But the pineapple, no, that's the black from Tula tomato, doing great. But these Hungarian wax peppers are also doing marvelously. 3 nice yellow peppers on there. Only one big one on this, actually 2. There's another one there, and I actually harvested one from this one a couple of weeks ago. Had them with the salad. The tips are nice and mild, but as you go down further, the middle and then at the base, they become really, really spicy. So I'm happy with that. And right at the base of the big tomato, they're not doing that well. I planted some okras that I had sown April 9th. I don't think they're gonna do well at all. They're struggling. I thought they would do well here. The sun comes from this side where the camera's shooting, but it doesn't matter. The leaves of the tomato are overshadowing them. And again, I think they probably would have done okay if it wasn't for that continuous week of heavy rains and that one cold night. But it affected them also. They're trying, they're struggling. But just the other day, earlier this week, I planted these. I had sown like earlier May. These are burgundy okras. So I have them dispersed around the yard. I have 3 here. They're doing great. They're handling the heat of the sun nicely. And I'm happy with them. So I put them in the same area, but further out, away from the tomato, closer to the edge of the raised garden. Right here. So these are doing great. And also this guy. Oh, nice spider web. Hello. I don't know if you could see that. I almost put the camera through the spider web when you go around. But this guy that I got as a little stick in the fall, actually at the end of winter, sorry, was just a little stick with hardly any leaves, and I was scared he wasn't gonna make it, but he's doing great also. This is hazelnut, and I have another one in the middle of the yard growing, doing just as well also. In the back, I don't know if you could see, I have a couple more okras. See right there, they're getting nice sun, but again they're overshadowed by the tomato a little bit. And in the back also a type of berry that also was just a stick, and I really thought this one was not gonna make it, but it has a nice side branch coming out of the main stem, and it's leafing out and doing well. I'm not sure, it's either a loganberry. It has an unusual name like that, loganberry. So I'll keep an eye on that one and see. And over here are the mammoth sunflowers. There were actually 5 in here, but they were being not getting enough sun and being stunted from lack of sunlight. Except these 2, they're tall enough to be able to get enough sun to support themselves and keep growing. So the other 3 I pulled out and I planted throughout the yard also. And actually I trimmed this hedge here. It's rose of, I forgot what it's called, but it has beautiful flowers. Rose of Sharon. So I trimmed it a little bit to let some sun in on all these plants here. It has a grapevine growing through its branches that I also trimmed the other day, but it's doing really well also. I retrained it to climb that way, and I kept this one branch going because that's where the grapevine is attached to, so I kept that one going tall. I didn't trim it, but this one's doing good. Let me show you one more area. This here is a new addition. I just did it the other day. Another little like rock garden that I moved rocks from the other side of the area with the help of my family. and we got a whole bunch of soil, different kinds of soil, and I planted these eggplants, white eggplants. I don't know if you can see, but I have one, a couple of them are really small. I don't know if they're gonna make it. This one probably will not make it. The one next to it possibly might make it, and one more here, white eggplant, actually two more white eggplants, this one and this one white eggplant also. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 that may make it, one that may not, it's too small and I think too hot for it. And right around these two, the eggplant is surrounded by these two nicely growing vines. These are the crimson sweet watermelons, this one and this one, growing nicely. They're wilting right now. It's noon almost. They have enough water, the soil is wet, but yeah, the heat of the sun makes them wilt. They're gonna get better once the sun dips a little bit. And right next to them I squeezed in another couple of burgundy okras, one here and the other one is right behind there. I don't know if you can see it, the little red burgundy stem behind the other crimson sweet. And in the back here I have a type of squash. I forgot what it's called. The tag was on the rock back there, but it fell. They're also wilting. These were really rooted together and I was afraid I was going to damage them when I planted them in the ground, so I left them kind of together but leaning away from each other. So there's 1, 2, 3 right there, doing well, and 4, smallest one, but hopefully it will make it. It's wilting also from the sun. Let me show you these two also. I put this little container here, so heavy, oh my god, it's like made of cement. Nice Greek, I think Athenian motif on it. I wasn't sure what I was gonna put in it, but I squeezed in a couple more burgundy okras in here and they're doing great. They love the sun, these guys. They're growing so well even though they're still kind of small. So these are doing great. I'm very happy. This is one of the newest edition. I have one other edition I'll show you in another video. I don't want to make this one too long, but this is it. I have it wrapped in this little deer fencing, held up by bamboo sticks. I love these bamboo sticks. Actually, I was able to kind of wind the fencing through the bamboo sticks. Is a perfect fit for it. I don't know if you could see it. It's better on this one. So it works out really well. I love these. I mean, if the deer wants to come and push this whole thing down and go right in, there's no stopping it, but they hate getting tangled. But it's high enough that they won't be able to reach in and bite and destroy the plants. I have some hosta that I had to trim back to claim this area for the vegetables. Alright, actually, let me show you one more thing and we'll end this video and I'll start another one later on. This is the newest addition. I just finished clearing the grass in this area right next to the main garden. It's at a bit of an angle. This is where I want to put the seedlings I showed you in the beginning of the video. So the rest of the eggplants, maybe the watermelon if my dad doesn't have the room for it, and most of the amaranth, and maybe the tomato also in here. Yeah, because I needed to expand, I need more room. But this is where I had planted a citrus tree. I have a ton of these guys. So I'm gonna do an experiment on this. Again, citrus trees don't grow in New Jersey. It's too cold for them. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna protect him through the winter, cover him up, even though the leaves are gonna need sunshine. So I don't know, maybe I'll go do a little greenhouse for him. But he has incredible new growths along the main stem, all along, all the way from the bottom to the top. Even the side branch has side growths growing. So it's loving this area. It's growing nicely. There's a little spider there. Hello. Oh, I don't know where there he is. Yep. So I'm happy he didn't go into transplant shock. And it's weird. His leaves on the base and the bottom are small, and then all of a sudden they become huge at the last like 5-6 inches or so. Look at the size of this guy, or this guy. Beautiful. So I don't know, maybe I started taking better care of them in the later years. Look at all these side growths. Nice. And right next to him here is a little burgundy okra. And I have them dispersed all around, just in case something gets to them. Right next to another sunflower that I moved from the shadowed area over there. So he's doing okay. He likes this area. And right on the other side is another burgundy okra. And his friend over there, the sunflower, the mammoth. Let me see, I'll show you. This one was originally placed there right out of the pot. He's doing great. So I'm happy with that. I tried to clear this area without damaging or disturbing any of the ones that were already growing here, and I seem to have done a good job. The soil is actually pretty good. When I did the garden over there a couple of years ago, oh my god, it was full of roots from the surrounding trees and rocks. It was loaded with rocks. Such a hard time to clear it. Here it wasn't so bad. Some roots and some rocks, but nothing crazy. And here also I tried not to disturb them much. A few royal blue beans. I dispersed these guys also in several areas, but only 3 spots they grew. So these are doing okay here. And on the other end right there, let me see if I can show you. There's too much green behind him. Let me go over there. Yeah, but I'm happy. It took I mean, it's not a big area, but it took me a day to clear it out. It's hard work to dig under the grass, and then with the little rocks and stuff to get this done. But it was a good workout. And here are 2 little bean plants growing. Royal blue lake? No, it's the blue lake bean. I only have 1 royal blue at the front of the house that survived. And these are doing good. Something was chewing them a lot when they were just coming out of the ground. I think I have a 3rd one here, but it's completely chewed up. And I had a whole bunch there, but none of them sprouted. So I'm hoping nothing will get to these. They're growing nicely now that there's nice weather. So this is it, guys. I'll give you an update as soon as I put other seedlings in the ground, and I'll update you on the rest of the garden. Hope you guys are enjoying the nice warm hot weather finally, and I'll give you another update on the other side in a day or so. Enjoy your gardening, you guys. Take care. Bye.